when we bought the boat, we looked at it and we knew that we had a good core, happy boat, solid. Grand Banks has a fantastic brand, known for its, how reliable they are. So we decided to look at what were the points where we would like to improve to make it easier for my wife and I to maneuver around. And one of the first things we went for was to put a bow thruster, so that eventually when we got the boat into the shed, it would not at any given time be a risk for my wife trying to help or fend. The other things we wanted to make sure is we wanted to make sure that the wood, the bright work on this boat would be at its best at all time. So we took the boat down to bare wood and got it rebuilt by Delta Marine. The first year they put 9 coats on, and every year since 2006 they've added 2 coats every year to make sure that the wood was in perfect conditions. We also looked at the finish on the fiberglass, and we wanted to make sure that everything was in the best condition possible. And after a polishing job done by the people from by Delta Marine again, everybody was looking at the boat and say, oh, this boat looks like exactly new. And that's the way we felt about it, and we were very happy that the boat was easy to wash because the fiberglass was the gel coat was in perfect condition. And then we moved on to improve the electrical system by putting bigger batteries and longer lasting batteries when we were on the hook. We also changed going to AGM batteries and a perfect sine wave inverter as well, so that our microwave oven would work perfectly well on the inverter. We also eventually decided that we wanted to have a dinghy that could take us anywhere we wanted at 23 knots if needed. So we changed our dinghy and the Seawise to maneuver it easily and with lots of safety. We improved, we also, in order to protect our bright work at any given time, we got canvas made so that we can cover the bright work in the winter time 100% when needed, even if we go out and we love boating in the winter time. Eventually, the seas around Vancouver convinced us that it would be nice when we have guests that aren't so used on the water. It would be nice if we could have a set of stabilizers so that the boat would be very stable when we go on these seas across the Strait of Georgia on a beam sea. Now, actually, to tell you the truth, this boat is even more comfortable on a beam sea than it is on a forward sea or a following sea. The boat is so stable, it is unbelievable. We also, when we came to, since we had sold a boat that has been well used by lots of people, including ourselves, when we came to an age where we felt that the engines needed a full rebuild, we did not hesitate to go into the Cummins rebuild programs, where they actually accept your core engines back as a trade-off against new factory rebuilt engines. And we just replaced both engines in 2011, and now our engines are now relabeled in 2011. These engines came from the factory, and they have 135 hours, so we're sure that we now have engines that will be able to go out for another 5,000 to 6,000 hours without any problems. We also, when we got the boat, we also made sure that we wanted to have the state-of-the-art electronics on it with redundancy. We installed a Furono system on the upper elm with its own components, and we installed the Noveltech system downstairs on a Panasonic Tough Book, so that we can run on autopilot or not, totally from upstairs or downstairs. And if any one of these two systems fails, the other one will take over without any problems. We also installed a new autopilot in 2010, state-of-the-art by Furono, with a remote control. If we want to go around the boat, we've got 25 foot of a cable on our remote control to be able to do anything we need to do while we are on the course. So those are the nice improvements we have done to the boat. We've also added on the upper deck, we've added a table with a nail settee that allows us to sit down around that table, up to 6 people very easily, and we've even seen at times when we get a little enthusiastic up to 12. And we've also added this beautiful captain's chair behind us that's been fitted to have the perfect vision, so that whether we drive in the winter time or not, from the downstairs position, we always have a good view on the waters, on any obstacle that we may encounter on the water. We have a view that is within 10 foot of our bow. So that's extremely important for us. And that's very comfortable because it will allow the seating of 2 persons here very comfortably with a good headroom clearance and a perfect view over our bow.